Good, happy Sunday morning, February 3rd, 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Gillibrand malt make stops in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how...
Success! Presidential candidate Kirsten Gillibrand found a match at a Portsmouth boutique, but will the Democratic senator from New York be a match for New Hampshire voters?
I think this is just the very beginning, and there's lots of research to be done and to weigh options with everyone and, to hear what they all have to say.
Carrie LaJoy owns Hazel Boutique. She was pleasantly surprised to have her store become the backdrop for a presidential campaign stop.
It would cost about $104 a year.
Gillibrand spent time speaking with LaJoy about a range of topics, including paid family leave.
She was asking, about what our biggest challenges are and if there's anything that she could possibly do, in the future to help us out.
The next stop, the Elephantine Bakery, where immigration was the topic of discussion.
I would make sure all dreamers get to stay. If you are willing to serve in the U.S. military, you should have a pathway to citizenship.
In Bedford, Massachusetts, Congressman Seth Moulton spoke to a group of fellow Democrats about his background as a Marine.
Serving for me wasn't just a check the box, something you can do so you won't have to do it again in your life. It's something I really love.
He's made no announcement about a run for the White House, but a stop in New Hampshire is enough to pack a room to hear what he has to say.
It's a very exciting time to be a Democrat. There's a lot of great candidates, a lot of young leaders with great ideas, so we're thrilled to have Seth here.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Okay, we're having a little technical difficulties with our computer. Give us a minute. Dartmouth gets a record number of applicants for class of 23. A record number of students have applied to be part of the class of 23 at Dartmouth College. The Ivy League school in Hanover says it received 23,641 applicants, an increase of 7% from last year and topping the previous record set in 2012. Admissions officers visited nearly 1,500 high schools across the United States and in over 50 countries to encourage applicants. More than 10,400 prospective students visited the campus. Admissions decision will be released March 28th. Body of missing 12-year-old boy pulled from river in Dover. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Instead of shoveling snow this season, get your own Kubota BX tractor with your choice of snow removal.
A somber end to a search for a missing boy. The body of 12-year-old Nathaniel Bolay was recovered from a river near his home.
Now our condolences and our sympathies go out to the family and anybody who knew this child.
The 7th grader was last seen leaving Dover Middle School Thursday afternoon around 3. When he hadn't arrived home by early evening, his family reported him missing. Investigators found Nathaniel's backpack along with footprints leading to the frozen river and an area where it looked like someone may have broken through.
Obviously it's been extremely cold the last few days, but when you're dealing with moving water, it's not always safe to be on.
Police say this appears to be a tragic accident.
Ultimately, the manner of death will be determined by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. However, at this time, it would appear to be an accidental drowning.
In a letter to parents, the middle school principal says teachers will be speaking to their students about this loss first thing Monday morning.
It's obviously going to have a major impact throughout the city of Dover and the surrounding communities.
The superintendent of schools tells us tonight resources and counseling will be made available for all students. We're live in Dover tonight. Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fired Manchester principal made up home invasion claims. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tom Griffith.
At Beltade's, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltade's Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Tonight, a former Manchester principal is accused of making up a claim that she was assaulted during a home invasion. Police say that Sarah Lynch told investigators a man broke into her North Adams Street home last week and tried to strangle her. Police say after hours of investigating and looking at surveillance video, investigators concluded it never happened.
It takes away from real victims that have real crimes, and instead of investigating those, we spent hours on something that may not have occurred.
Lynch is charged with falsifying physical evidence and a false report to law enforcement. She recently sued the Manchester School District, saying they fired her because she was a whistleblower. The district denies the claim, saying that she was fired for improperly using school funds and failing to follow hiring protocol.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Three UNH football players face riot charges. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tom Griffith.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart.
3 UNH football players facing charges, accused of assaulting people at a fraternity house. Durham police arrested Kyle Hamper, Quinlan Dean, and Jackson Hausman for allegedly forcing their way into the Sigma Alpha Epsilon fraternity this past weekend. UNH confirms all 3 are members of the football team and says it is reviewing the charges.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Fans' final preparation before Super Bowl. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Tim Callery.
Instead of shoveling snow this season, get your own Kubota BX tractor with your choice of snow.
It was a packed parking lot at the Bedford Market Basket Saturday afternoon, and it was even busier inside. No, it's not the day before Thanksgiving or Christmas, but it is the day before what has become New England's unofficial holiday.
Well, I walked in, I said, boy, this place looks like the Saturday before the Super Bowl.
Patriots Super Bowl parties are now as routine as the team playing in the game itself. And that brings an influx of customers as fans grab everything they need to watch their hometown team play on football's biggest stage.
He wants what?
I want hot Doritos and maybe some salt and vinegar chips.
Some chicken, some wings, and nachos.
Pulled pork sliders to some chips and dips to jalapeno poppers. We have a little bit of everything going on.
Hoping to avoid the rush, Nicole Bonnevall waited as long as possible to stock up for her party.
Absolutely. You see the parking lot right now? You don't get this earlier or tomorrow.
The preparations aren't just happening at home. New Hampshire bars are getting ready for big crowds.
People are, going to flood in probably about like 5 o'clock tomorrow, so it's going to be a little bit insane, but we'll handle it.
We're just hoping that Brady gets number 6 so we can say goodbye to the NFL. And they're, oh, you know what? He's overrated and he's worn out his years already. How can he even be doing this? Wait and see.
And the store's manager says the big rush is not over just yet. He expects even more people to show up tomorrow to grab their last-minute items before the big game. Reporting in Bedford, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police officer killed in standoff situation. A police officer was shot dead and another injured in an ongoing standoff situation at an apartment building in Pierce Township, Ohio. And now let's go to some Super Bowl news for you. Tom Brady shares family photo in Atlanta ahead of Super Bowl. Once again, the Brady Bunch is at the Super Bowl to cheer on the Patriots and their star quarterback. Tom Brady shared a photo of his family taken inside Merchandise Bonds Stadium in Atlanta during Picture Day on Saturday. Brady captured the photo family and football. Heart emoji, hashtag LFG. And here is a look at that photo. Here's the Brady family. All look happy. His wife, Giselle Bundchen, shared a photo on Instagram with the caption, "I got your back," heart emoji. And let's take a look at that photo as well. A good couple there. This is the third year in a row the Brady family has traveled to Super Bowl. They took a photo inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis ahead of Super Bowl last year. In 2017, they posted at NRG Stadium in Houston ahead of Super Bowl. The Patriots will face off the Los Angeles Rams today in Super Bowl 53. Go Patriots. We are all rooting for you back here in New England. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.